Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Dawn of War 2 Elite Mod replay. Spawn as the biggest and the strongest, we have FuFuHunt3r. On the north side as the Warp Spider Exarch, we have Dlngus Kong. There's another good look, have fun. In the early, we've got the Howling Banshees being pulled out, as well as some shooters. More boys being pulled on field. Now got the PowerPoint being captured on Howling Banshees pushing way down south. Oh, what type of skin is this? They're not wearing their usual headdress.
We will stand against any enemy. Strategic
Guardian squads captured the left side. The war boss is captured the PowerPoint there. And now we do have the Warp Spider capturing up this point here as well.
Structure complete.
We do not doubt the cause.
PowerPoint's being activated there. This PowerPoint's not being activated. And we've gotten two immediate generators for the Warp Spider Exarch. He has not gone for a second Guardian Squad. He may be eyeing for a Ranger or for a Guardian's Weapon team. I do now have the shooters pushing way up north. Sluggers eyeing to capture some points. And now the War Spider Exarch does get forced knocked back by the War Boss, getting some chain knockback as well. Let's go ahead and teleport over here, trying to decapture this requisition point now. Being annoying, like an Eldar. When the Guardians models do go down, two of them goes down. There's 3 windows here, but the shooters could potentially wipe out this Guardian Squad. The Guardian Squad now backing on off, retreats back immediately, but this Guardian Squad still in fact going down. 18 health, 14 health, 7-0.
Our forces shall have to.
This Net Guardian Squad is a pretty early pick there by the War Boss. That also denies any sort of repair squad.
We are better furnished for battle.
Rangers now upgraded their sniper rifles. And you got multiple Ranger squads now being deployed on the field. Power node now being hacked apart. Over here, you got now the Warp Spider Exarch being forced on back. You now got some Storm Boys on the field. And the shooter squad's now seeing some sniper fire.
It is time to add to our war panoply.
Main out of sight.
Storm Boys do jump in right there, trying to engage in the Howling Banshees. Howling Banshees do fall back now.
Yes, come at me.
Preparing filament alignment.
As ever alert.
There we go. Heavy gauge depth spinner. Overall, the Orc players maintain great field control. The Rangers have not been too active on the field just yet. The Warp Spider Exarch, of course, a good capping squad. He's being upgraded the heavy gauge depth spinner. A good weapon to go along, item to go along with is the targeting array, I think it's called. Let me increase the range and range damage. Sluggers now seems to fire there. Rangers do camouflage away. But they are getting spotted there by the Knob leader. He has some good high eyes in his head. And a lot of teeth that's not his in his pocket.
We trust in your guidance.
Does fire another shot down the Storm Boys. If these squad does fall back, and Maze needs the kinetic burst. Knock back these squads. Howling Banshees immediately withdraw. There's too much fire there for them to advance forward.
We are in the fray.
Storm Boys do jump on in. They do go ahead and force back these Rangers. Got the Howling Banshees Rangers now moving down south. We got 2 shooters here. Howling Banshees do camouflage forward. Talon Base is going to be closing distance there. And I got the War Spider also teleporting in, getting a good flank there, stunning the one of the Nob leaders. Both the shoot squads now falling back. Overall, the field control for the Eldar player is not good since losing that Guardian squad. Oh, we got the custom shooter, enhanced custom shooter for the war boss. Relatively rare upgrade. Gives him a shoot him good ability, which basically is a target stun. Those Rangers looks like they're gliding around pretty quickly. I do have a Guardian's weapon team here. Stormboys do teleport away from them. Rangers could perhaps fire a volley onto them. Howling Bench is up upgraded with the aspect of strength. Getting some decent damage on the War Spider Exarch. And now the Howling Banshees, they don't tie up the War Boss in melee just yet. Now they are. And now got the Heavy Gauge Death Spinner stun effect there. Guards team getting some good suppression there on those Sluggers. Slugger squad looks like it will not be captured at that point, and will withdraw in time before getting wiped down out. War Boss is pretty close to going down. Don't see the big shoot upgrade there to suppress the Howling Banshees, and the War Boss does go down. Does find a volley there onto the shooters. Now if you ever do got the Guardians of team advancing on forward, though the shooters will get a good flank on them. No big shooter upgrade on just yet. And this Guardians of team needs a full withdrawal. We could see the kinetic burst from this Ranger. We do see it while... Okay, they're not captured the point there. Does get suppression there. And now it does fully withdraw after getting suppression. We may see another kinetic burst onto from the other Ranger squad. Trying to find some damage there. Now they're withdrawing into the shadows. Stormboys do jump forward, finds both of the Guardians Ranger squads. They need a full withdrawal. The other camouflage one just running away as well. And does fully withdraw for it as well.
We are losing a power node to the enemy. Adding warp generator.
Cover there, go!
We cannot finish this now. Strategic point ahead. Generator operational.
Guardian Weapon Team does consign the civilian garrison once again. It's pretty wounded, however. But we'll find a volley there onto the shooters, and the snipers do connect as well.
We stand upon newly gained ground. Strategic locations.
The foe sends mere lackeys aboard. They have come for me.
Does teleport away there. No additional upgrades in the War Spider Exarch. War Boss has been rebuilt or redeployed. Does get the shooting good ability there on the War Spider Exarch, forcing him back. Now the War Boss does see some hits there. We do have the War Truck being deployed on out, and we do have a second Guardian Weapons team now deployed on the field. And no Tier 2 just yet with a massive reserve of resources. He needs to get that Tier 2 up and going. Maybe get out some additional power generators. He has a big reserve of requisition.
We support shuriken cannons ready.
We stand upon newly gained ground.
Shuriken cannon position under attack.
Let's go ahead and get inside the garrison. We do now have War Boss trying to capture that requisition point. Over here, we got the VP being captured on up, and over here, Howling Base will capture this VP as well. As soon as it's going to be a triple capture in favor of the Warp Spider. He is behind the tickets by a small margin, but that can quickly change, especially with a triple capture. War Truck now advance forward, probably load up with some boys. Always have upgraded the improved rocket pack. Does deploy out the boys there. We got a burner squad on here as well. The generators will not last very long. Guardian Weapon Team does get some good damage down to the War Boss. War Boss on the 51 health. He's now looks like on good full withdrawal from the region. And multiple power generators are now going down. We got the Guardian Weapon Team rotating around. Hell Banshees do shot in the faces of the Storm Boys, suppressing them. And the Rangers are getting some shots there. Over here, these forces are getting suppressed by the Guardian Club team. The point has the power point has been lost all of its generators, now trying to be deactivated, and does go and flank the war truck.
We are losing a power node to the enemy. New units are now available.
Storm Boys do fall back there. And those Guardian teams will get overrun by the sluggers. So let's do some more shots on the retreat. He may drop another model there, but it's unlikely.
The enemy has 300 points remaining. We need only a destination.
Boys now capture that point there. Do got now the war boss starting to engage. And does get to shoot him good ability there. War boss now going to be trying to tie up the or sort of X-Arc in melee. Over here, do got the Howling Banshees Guardian Squad. Does lose entire squad there. He lost entire squad of shooters. The shooter squad is now starting to engage. Has been upgraded with the big shooters. That squad has been upgraded with big shooters as well. Howling Banshees do shot in the face right there. Is that an All-Shark? I'm not sure what's being put out there. Oh, just more Warp Spiders. War truck moving around. We got a Falcon now deployed on the field. So right now the Warlord X-Arc has a lot of forces deployed on the field. He has one extra squad as well as thrown, so he has 7 squads on the field along with the Warlord X-Arc, while the 5th squad now being deployed out by the War Boss. It's just going to be some tank busters.
Adding support structure.
Do not have the Knob Leader for the Storm Boys. They can now, the Knob Leader himself can hit the, what's it called, the Falcon a little bit better. Got some rearmor hits there from the landing. And he will go ahead and escape on out of there. War Spider X-Arc has, or War Spider has not been upgraded. You got some small arms fire onto the war truck, nothing too significant. Tank Busters fires a good volley there onto the Falcon. Storm Boys do jump on behind, stopping the movement there. See a nice another volley there. Falcon still backing on off, and the Tank Busters does lose their primary target. Guardian team now seems to fire there. One more squad member remains before going down, and does lose the entire Ranger squad there. Falcon see quite a bit of damage there. Tank Busters are not advanced forward. Does lose the Knob Leader there on the Storm Boys. It does. Oh, there's a Tank Busters there. Fires good volley in the Falcon. He's stuck them in the corner. You don't see a Haywire grenade from the Warspite X-Arc. It's going to try to top it. Does take a Tank Buster there, but Tank Busters do manage firing a volley there before going on down. Falcon goes down as well. Wartruck's now seeing quite a fire there. Howling Banshees, the X-Arc straight gets the X-Arc Leader a weapon that can hit the vehicles. 28 health remains, but does manage to escape on out of there. Only the X-Arc Leader now remains for the Howling Banshees.
X-Arc emerges from the Warp Spider Shrine.
This Warp Spider squad does actually pose a threat to the War Truck. Even the rear armor of its basic weapons can do some good damage. He doesn't have the aspect of the War Spider just yet, and does full withdrawal, and doesn't get any volley onto the back of the War Truck.
They lose fire upon us. I sense desperation in our foe.
Normal pace, Eldar.
That's firing some volleys there. Does have a nice little flank. Storm Boys do jump forward, forcing back these Guardian Weapon teams. And also the War Spider X-Arc does go down. I'm not sure if it's upgraded with a Haywire grenade, but doesn't get anyone thrown off either way.
We shall rise to the challenge.
And it looks like one of those Guardian Weapon teams did actually go down in a retreat right there. Storm Boys now in to capture the flanks. So you got a webway gate there that can easily be spotted. There's no one back here as well.
We lack nothing but adding support structure.
We lack nothing but a foe. We have the requisition point.
The green beasts attack us.
And now do you have the Wraith Lord being pulled out on the field. Over here, do you got the War Boss engaging the power point.
No place is barred.
No Assault the War Spider just yet. The War Truck has been healed on up. Howling Mage is trying to engage that War Boss. Does get a good attack there, knocking them all back. The War Boss does escape on out there with 130 health. War Spider does teleport to the high ground there, very nice. But they just are going to full withdraw now.
I choose to evolve.
Stormboy trying to hack apart this power generator now. And now got the burn squad trying to deactivate this point with the shooters. You now got a commando squad from the point field. Has he already gotten a tier 3? He may have already gotten tier 3. Wraith Lord now being upgraded to Bright Lance, which will be effective for some war trunk, but maybe a little bit overkill, honestly, at this point in time. And now you got the rank squad falling back. May go down to the burn squad. Yeah, easily goes down the burn squad. Does get a haywire grenade there, very, very nice. Now the Hound Beast trying to chop them up. Bright Lance does get some hits there onto the Wraith Lord. The Wraith Lord does take out that war truck now. Shooter squad now fully withdrawing. Commando squad now deployed on the field.
We must teach these orcs their place.
Our webway gate is under enemy attack.
Hound Beast is deactivating this power node now. We do got this webway gate does go down. And now the Howling Mage is going to be chopping apart this War Boss. War Boss is now has 340 health remaining. They're shot in the face of those War Spider, or not War Spiders, Commando Squad. Commando Squad does fall back there, losing some models there. Howling Mage needs to fall back as well. Looks like the War Boss is falling back as well.
The enemy has me in melee.
We do not have the Stormboys captured the right flank. The VPs are in favor of the Warp Spider by a fair margin.
A close quarters battle.
Our squad 9 to capture that point. Over here, we do have now the Warp Spiders here trying to engage these forces. They do teleport away from the Slug Squad, but does lost drop a model there. Looks like you lost. No, did not lose the X-Arc leader. Now you got the War Spider X-Arc now upgraded to improved targeting. War Spider X-Arc does see some fire there. Regular War Spider squad trying to engage. And Storm Boys are also going to fully withdraw from the region, staying 50 much damage there.
The battle goes our way, for now.
Use strength from greater numbers. Use strength from greater numbers.
Indubitably.
Do not have the Commando Squad pushing way forward, does get spotted. War Spider X-Arc does fall back there.
We have succeeded in our objective.
We do now have another Commando Squad deployed on the field. Is taking out that webway gate.
Our webway gate has fallen to ruin.
Second Commando Squad now pushes way forward. No knob leaders on either of them, nor one on the build queue.
We are losing a requisition point.
The Orc player also has enough red points for rocks. And now we do have this Hound squad receiving quite a bit of damage there. Does manage to withdraw from the region. Over here, we do got this Horse on the squad pushing forward, getting some damage there onto that Screw squad. Right Lance engaging the War Boss there. Guards weapon team's not hitting the Commando squads. Does throw a grenade on top of that. That could be a Incendiary grenade. Knockback grenade does connect. I bet it's a grenade knockback as well. Now we got the Wraith Lord pushing forward. We got actually this is a Shuriken cannon one. This actually is a second Wraith Lord. Guard weapon team may get burned alive. He doesn't manage to stay alive right there. These guys do jump forward.
Death has struck among our warriors.
And they're very, very wounded right now. The Wraith Lord's starting to engage, leaving the guys at short can engage from range. The Storm Boys do get ripped apart right there.
Use strength from greater numbers.
Guardian Squad now seeing quite a bit of damage right there. And they do withdraw from the region. Right now, the Warboss may need to pull out a Looter Squad in order to get a beam with Death Gun.
We lack nothing but a foe.
An increase in territory. Our forces shall have tools for the task.
Over here, do not get the Shoot Squad being forced back by the Howling Banshees.
Overhaste is dangerous.
It does manage to skip on out there. Got the 2 Commando squads upgraded with Commando Knobs. Just find a volley there onto the Wraith Lord.
Let me see what havoc I may wreak with this.
Let's get a bit of damage there. Looter Tank now being employed on the field.
An opportunity to improve myself. We must relocate.
And now the War Spider Exarch does manage to get inside this garrison.
One of our structures is under attack.
Warboss is seeing quite a bit of fire there. You got now the Looter Squads, or Shooter Squads, we're seeing quite a bit of damage there. War Spider Squad does fall back. War Spider Exarch was killed off from that squad. And this, Commando Squad now seeing some fire there. This guy's currently stunned, needs to get full drawn, already get wiped out. War Spider Exarch does fall back, but will get wiped out. This Commando Squad may get wiped out as well. No, it looks like the Commando Squad will escape on out of there. Guardian 15 trying to push his way forward over here to get the Howling Banshees here, as well as a single Looter Tank.
Soon we will have the field.
Commando Squad getting some good damage there onto the Guardian with teams. About the Wraith Lords moving forward, trying to engage the Commando Squad. Gets some good slices there. He does fully withdraw it now. Commando Squads will need a bit of repairs. And the Warboss needs to get these guys repaired up and may need to get out his orbital strikeout sooner rather than later. Because right now or rocks, because right now he is very low, very low on VPs.
We have 300 points remaining. What is my purpose?
The tank's not pushing forward at the moment.
Half the pleasure is in planning.
Guardian weapons team ready.
Guardian 15 flying field. This one has been upgraded with Bright Lance as well.
Overhaste. The enemy deploys in force.
Who does take up in the garrison. And this VP is not being captured up at the moment.
Order the boss your command.
Wraith Lords are receiving a fire there. He may want to get out Wraithbone research relatively soon. Now I got the shooters, the Warboss trying to capture the VP. There's force back the Howling Banshees there. Does get a good shot there onto the Wraith Lord there. This is the one compared to the Bright Lance. Regular Bright Lance getting some good damage there. The Wraith Lord with the Bright Lance is receiving quite a bit of damage. War Spider is doing teleport forward. And oh, what the hell? We just lost all those models in one shot. Wraith Lord of Bright Lance advancing forward, trying to engage these forces. No, that's for sure. Again, not Bright Lance. Now receives some cannon fire from the looted tank.
Soon have conquest.
Guardian 15 not upgraded, trying to capture the center of the map.
Answer the call. More cautiously now.
Commando Squad advancing forward. Got the Bright Lance there, taking out the looted tank. Now got the Commando Squad advancing forward. Now got some rocks now raining on in. Trying to force back this army. Ooh, Guardian Squad and Howling Banshees both may have went down right there. Yes, they did.
As it was fated.
Our camouflage holds.
Wait, what that sort of... never mind. Rangers, unupgraded, pushing their way forward, trying to capture the point. Trying to capture the point past camouflage. But the Commando Squad does have good camouflage protection. The Rangers don't have a lot of health. There's one to whip away somebody there with his forces. Ranger Squad does fall back before capturing the point. Wraith Lord still needs some repairs.
The Rangers have answered the call.
We now got these Wraith Lords moving around. Still no repairs on the field, which is going to cause some problems for him the longer the game goes on. We do not have a Knob squad being deployed on the field, as well as a Wretchen's squad. Does have the repair crews, giving them access to build turrets, as well as repair buildings. Wraith Lord's now advancing forward, trying to clear out this garrison. He may destroy the garrison outright at the current rate. The War Spider does also have 500 points if he gets up to tier 3. He has access to his Eldritch Storm. Ranger Squad does fall back there. And now I've got the Wraith Lords trying to hack apart this building. The shooters or Commando squads, the Commando Knob leaders trying to engage these Wraith Lords. So they're going to play Ring Around the Rosie, trying to get behind the garrison in order to close the distance. Now the Wraith Lords are trying to run away from those Commando squads. Now you've got a full Knob squad advance forward. This is not what the Wraith Lords want to see. You're going to see massive fire there on these Wraith Lords. Now it's going to force to engage, and one will go down. I believe both of them will go down. Wraith Lords trying to defend themselves. One Wraith Lord does go down. One Commando squad is almost put down. Knob squad's down, has plenty of health, and there goes the other Wraith Lord. We do not have an Arch Tark squad in the field. We've got this point trying to be decaptured up or recaptured on up. Those Wretchen would kind of cause some issues with it. The Wretchens just take out the Warp Spider Exarch. Do not have the Arch Tark trying to engage the War Boss. It looks like the Eldar player is going to cast some GG. He is still playing BPs to play around with. He does take out that Exarch. Ranger just charging on forward. Does lose that squad as well. Those Cross were big brained. Did they do something? Did they somehow take out Warp Spider? Exarch? I guess they did. Either way, it's Anagrade saying thank you for watching and on to the next replay.